So how to rename things in No Man's Sky in PSVR2. But first, remember I told you not to load in on your freighter? Here's the reason why. I'm stuck. I had to reload, fell underneath my build, and then of course put a new door in. So remember, when you're on your freighter, make sure your character is not standing on your build when you make your save. Anyway, let's go to the galactic map and jump to a new system. Can be a bit confusing, but read the instructions, unlike I did for the first few minutes. Hitting circle helps with preview, and now we can warp to the new system. Right, first contact, let's go to the Discoveries menu. To rename a system, all you do is hover over it and hit circle to rename and upload. Once you hit circle, you'll get your pop-up menu, which is a lot clearer in VR than it is here. I can actually move my head so I can see round the pop-up, so I can easily determine the economy of this system. I've got to admit the keyboard can be a bit finicky in VR, but that should get a lot easier as I get more familiar with the button layout and the new controllers. But in the meantime, I might be renaming things wrongly. And I did come back in flat mode to double check that the naming of the system took, and it did. So let's go to the planetary probe. As soon as we interact with it, it scans all the planets, the discovery menus pop up, and we're now free to name each of the planets and upload them. But I didn't press the little upload button on the side. I went to each of the planets individually and renamed them. Again, like earlier, this was very finicky, and I messed up the naming process. But I'll jump to the last planet so you can see when it's all done, that little upload button icon, the arrow pointing up, that will turn grey when I'm finished. Let's go and do a test on one of the planets. The first thing I scanned was that rock, which I named Rock. But here's the weird thing, I went back in flat mode and that hadn't taken. But I'll get back to that in a minute, because in the meantime I want to talk about when you're scanning stuff. I found it difficult to isolate certain things to scan. I kept highlighting things in the distance. That may be due to me changing my settings, but I'm not sure. But when I get close to something, like that creature there, when I point the multi-tool at it, it highlights in a certain fashion that tells me I can scan it. But when I aim at that creature in the distance, I can't scan it, it's scanning the thing in front of me. So that's something to get used to in VR mode. But let's get back to renaming things. When I scanned that crab, and then went into the Discoveries menu to rename it. I went back to the main Discovery menu, hit the upload button. When I reloaded the game later, that crab was named correctly. So I'm not sure if you have to rename each creature and rock individually, go to the Discoveries menu, upload them individually. If that's the case, then that's slightly annoying. But if it's not the case, then it's probably something a bit squiffy about the game at the moment. But always remember to check that you've got the green circle next to the online discoveries in the bottom left corner. If that's not green, your discoveries won't count, as they won't be loaded up to No Man's Sky's servers. And yes, one last thing, portal codes are not in photo mode still. I really wish they would put them in there. I wish they would just put them down the middle. If that's not possible, somewhere within the UI would be great. Just give us the portal codes in VR, please! I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like and subscribe button, or on the bell thingy. And of course, thank you for watching. See you all later.